Welcome along to week 5 of our 6-week strength and balance program. So week 5, we've obviously been going for a little while now. We're just looking to really consolidate what we've been doing, just keep building a consistent, gentle exercise into our everyday lives, using the program as much as you're able. So week 5 we'll repeat some of the exercises we've done already, and we'll still do a few new ones. We're just building on what we're able to do so far, and just kind of feeling through the whole process, how much is enough in each movement. Again, go at your own pace, don't have to follow what I do, and making sure you've always got a nice clear space as well for the exercise. That makes a big difference to the motivation to do things when you know you've got a space that's free of clutter and other things that can get in your way. So let's get going and start off just by taking a nice comfortable stance with our feet. Just decide for you what feels supportive. You're going to soften the knees, relax the tummy, open out the chest, and just slightly drop the eyes down. And we're just going to take a breath in from the base of the ribs, expand the rib cage, and as we breathe out, relax the body. Breathing in, expanding that rib cage, feeling the elasticity of the muscles as they expand, and allowing that openness to stay there as we relax the out breath. A couple more breaths. Breathing in and breathing out. And then ease yourself out of that one there. Arms are heavy by the side. Let's just start off just by draw the shoulders straight up and then let them relax and draw down. So we're up towards the ears without scrunching and then relaxing down. Up and relaxing down. Knees staying soft. Feel your feet on the ground. Gentle breath in. Gentle breath out. Last one there. And ease out of that. Hands on the hips. We're just going to sway to the side. Draw the hips from one side to the other. Keep the length in your spine and the back of your neck as you do this. Just pushing the hips away to the side. Gentle breath, fluid movements. And ease out, bring that to center. Little bend of the knee forward, so we'll bend the knee to just loosen off through the pelvic area and the hips. So just a little bend forward on straightening the other leg as you do. Again, just be aware of how you are, open through the chest, relaxed in the shoulders, not holding any tension in the face. Feeling your feet on the ground. And then ease out of that one there. Give that a little loosen off. And then from here we're going to take our hands up into the position here, and all we're going to do is just a little figure 8 movement with the arms. Keep a little bit of softness in the knees as you do this. The shoulders stay relaxed and down. And just making those movements a little bit bigger as you go each time. A little bit further. And then make them smaller and change direction. So you're quite stable through the midsection of your body. You definitely want to keep those shoulders relaxed as we make the movements bigger. Just releasing any tension through the body. Really big movements. And then relax out of that there and give that a little loosen off. And then from here we're just going to take One heel up, and then the other one. So we're just alternating one side and the other. And then we're going to bring the arms in as well, stretching up. So we're not going fast, we're rolling through the foot on each side. Stretch those fingertips up. Breathing's relaxed. Couple more. And bringing that down there, relax that out. Take ourselves to the head and neck next, so we're just going to turn the head to the side and then roll it round, turn it to the other side. So just check you feel supported with your stance as you do that, and really open the chest and shoulders. So draw the chest bone up and just fluidly moving, smooth movement from one side to the other, turning the head. Final couple. And then ease out of that there. A little roll of the shoulders again. Then we're going to take our arms up. So just kind of about in line, the thumbs are in line with the ears. Then we're using the elbows to draw up and then bring them back down. So we go up and down. The knees stay soft. Reaching those arms up almost straight. All the movements from the elbows. Keeping the elbows back. Eyes looking straight ahead. Breathing in, opening the body out. Keep being aware that you keep that softness in the knees. Last couple, and then bring that down and relax that out. Give that a little loosen again through the shoulders, just to let go of any tension there. Then we're going to take our hands onto our hips, just a little mini squat down. We're going to come up, turn to center and down. So we're up and turn and down. So a little twist through the torso. Push the hips and bottom back. It's not a full squat, just a little movement to warm the legs up. Pushing up through the feet and then feeling the feet on the ground as we twist round. Not overdoing the twist, but opening the shoulders. Last couple, and ease out of that there. Hands behind the head. This time we're going to do is just a little twist with just the upper body. So again, you're still swiveling a bit through the hips, turning the body. If it feels too much to hold the hand behind the head, just hold them on the shoulders. A little turn. And then bringing it to center. Go a little wider with the stance. We're going to reach across and up. So a nice stretch on the side of the trunk, down the side here. The oblique muscles lengthening through the whole movement. So keep that spine long. Keep drawing up through the chest. Eye line looking straight ahead. Gentle with the breath. Relaxed in the movements. And final one there, and then ease out and loosen off. Give those shoulders another little roll out, another little loosen, and then from here we're nearly going to move into the strength one. We'll just do a couple last little looseners before we start off. So slightly wider with the legs, we're just going to draw across one side to the other. So similar to how we're actually going to do our first strengthening movement today, we're only doing a little movement just to stretch that inner thigh, slightly pushing the bottom back, coming up tall each time. So not a big movement. And then ease out of that there. And then we're going to just do a little raise off the knees up. A little tap now. More for balance this one, we're not going fast. The upper body is really tall. We're strong and stable through the centre of our body, the core. And we're relaxed in the shoulders. Feel your feet on the ground as you bring that other knee up. Good balance, just checking if one side feels easier or more challenging than the other. Last exercise, and then we'll ease out of that there. Okay, so we're going to go into our strengtheners next. So we're going to start off with our legs a little wider. We're going to put one hand behind the back just to feel the back is staying lovely and long, so elongated, straight and open. We're going to take the other hand, and as we lean across, we're going to bring it down and then come up tall. Switch, down, come up tall. So we're pressing the hips and the bottom back. So we're getting a stretch into the inside of the thigh and a little bit of a stretch on the hamstrings as well, possibly. Everyone will be different though, but we want to keep that back straight. So as we go across, we come up tall using those muscles in the core. And we're only going as far as feels good for you. So that might be right down to the floor, or it might just be down a little bit. Again, don't strain your body. Be allowing, take it easy. Ease into it, and you might even find second time through it will be easier. But the main thing is not to push yourself. Find your rhythm, find your pace, and keep your breathing gentle as well. If you can, breathe in and out through the nose. I'm just using that hand just on the back, just to feel that I'm keeping that length in the spine, and then ease out of that there and give that a little loosen off. Okay, on to dumbbells next. So we want 2 dumbbells for our arm curl, so bicep curl. So stance is reasonably narrow, but you can play around with that. I'm going to start with the weight of the palms facing in. We'll really open those shoulders out and relax them down. And then we're going to do both together today. So we curl up and down, so smoothly up, smoothly down. Now if you watch my elbows, they're not moving much. Just a little move at the end there, not a big movement. Breathing is relaxed. Warming up the body, but not overdoing it. There's no strain, there's no shaking. So support movement, building a little bit of strength in the arms, but also stability in the rest of the body through the movement. So we're feeling the length of the body and the gentleness of the breath, keeping the knees soft, fluid, easy movements, and not overdoing the number. We'll make the next one the last one. And bringing that down. Good stuff. Okay, so put that one down. We don't need any weights for the next one. We're going to use either a wall or a chair just as a little bit of support, but you can do this one without. We're going to do a leg curl. So for this one, we're going to have one leg as the standing leg, the other leg we draw up, heel towards the bottom, and bring it down. So we can either do that with the knee staying close to the other knee, so both knees together, or we can do this as a bit of an extension through the hips and bring our leg back as well, which is just a bit more challenging, though everyone will be different. Watch you don't cramp up on this one, just go as far as your body allows. If you're very flexible, you'll come up close to the bottom, but again, we don't want to push anything here. We just want to allow definitely a gentle strengthening of the back of the legs. The glutes, so that's the buttocks, the hamstrings, the back of the thigh, and the lower leg and the calves. So I'm doing all one leg. Upper body is tall. I can look straight ahead as well. And then last one here for me. And then bring that down. So remember, you can either bring that knee back or you can keep the knees close together. So the knees close together, we'll draw up and down. I like to bring the knees slightly back as well. And you don't want to watch, you don't swing it too much, and you can get a bit crampy in the hamstring, that back of the thigh area, so just watch for that. Keeping it light, really relaxed in the upper body. So I'm getting a lovely warming off the muscles, but not a strain. So probably got a couple more, and that will do on this time through. And then ease out of that, well done. Now give that a little loosen off through the hips. If you've got any tightness around the hips or backs, and then you can sometimes feel that on that one. So we want to make sure we keep it light. Okay, we're going to get one dumbbell next. We're going to repeat an exercise we did in week 2, the lawnmower rows. So we step forward. We'll say if we step forward with the right, we have the weight in the left. We want to be tall, and then we hinge from the hips. The weight's down near the knee, and then it's like we're starting that lawnmower, drawing up and back. So I've got my hand on my thigh for support, but you can do that without it, or on the upper thigh or the hip. Just keeping a nice fluid movement, and you're drawing that elbow back. So think of lifting the elbow up and back, opening through the shoulder. That's the important thing. Open and pulling back. So we're working into the back of the shoulder and the back muscles. Last one on that side, switching to the other side, setting yourself up, tall, hinge from the hips, and then drawing that elbow back, a little open. Now you don't have to do the turn, but it's quite fun to do it, just open the body a little bit. Keeping it light, keep the breathing light. Elbow drawn up and then back. Just really fluid, really easy, no strain. Enjoy those muscles that don't always get activated, just feeling them being activated. Feeling a lovely warming. Last one for me, and then ease out of that, and then putting that down. Now, for the next one, we can do this with either one light dumbbell, or you can do it with no weights. So what I'll do is I'll do the first one through without a weight, and I'll do the second one with. What we're going to do from here is take our hands up to this position, and then from this position here, we're going to bring our arms down across the body. Now, as we bring our arms across the body, we need quite a narrow stance. We're going to bring that knee up on this side we draw across towards. So balancing exercise. Down with the arms, up with the knee. Call this a wood chop. I've added in that knee raise. Now the slower you can go on the up and down, the more you're working your balance. Faster is easier. Let's ease out of that side. Go to the other side. Same movement. So you can see how you can do this with a weight or without a weight. Keeping that body long, so we're not crunching ourselves over into a small shape, we're keeping ourselves long. The crown of the head is drawn up towards the ceiling. The knee is soft, gently pushing up with the standing foot. Feel how that helps to balance you. Open across the chest and shoulders. Final one there. And ease out of that, give that a little loosen off. Okay, we'll get another light weight, so 2 dumbbells, not too heavy. And we're going to do shoulder press. So we're going to do very basic up and down shoulder press. So we bring the weight just at the shoulders, the elbows are back, and then all we're going to do from here is straight up and straight down. Knees stay soft. Breathing's relaxed. So fluid up and down. And holding that there. Fantastic. Okay, so that's our set of 6. We're going to repeat that. So we start off with our first one, which is a kind of our side lunge. We want to keep that back long, so it's hinging from the hips. One hand on the back, cross we go, and switch. Coming up tall each time, so bring your body up tall. Nice and strong through that middle part of your body, drawing you back up. Breathing's relaxed. Fluid. Easy movements. Push the hips and bottom back. Feel your feet on the ground. And again, the pace I'm going at, if that feels too fast, go at your own pace. You can go slower, or you can go faster if it's not fast enough. So feeling that inner thigh and back of the leg. Having done a bit of work there, then ease out of that. Give the legs a shake off. Grab 2 dumbbells for arm curl. So get our weights, soften the knees, and then we're just going to draw up. Palms turned in, palms down by the side. Keep the chest bone up and open, looking straight ahead. And isolating that curl so we're not moving the elbows too much. So we want to avoid any swinging, like so. We want to keep ourselves tall and looking ahead with a long neck and spine. Soft knees. Breathing's relaxed. Last couple. And ease yourself out of that there. Weights back down. Using the chair or the wall into our leg curl. So drawing back and up, or just drawing up if you don't want to move that knee. So there's a bit more of a stretch to the hip when we draw it back. But again, we can just do this straight up if you prefer. Choose between that. It's quite a strong exercise. If you are someone who's got ankle weights, you can put ankle weights on for this one to make it more challenging. And one more. Ease out of that there. So nice little strengthening off that back of the leg. Good one to really build up there. Same on the other side. Either straight up or draw the knee back and up. Looking straight ahead with your eye line. Breathing is gentle. Feel your standing leg on the ground. Make any little adjustments you need to feel comfortable and feel that fluidness of the movement. And then ease out of that there. Let's just give those hips a little loosen off after that. A little roll round. And then from there, we're going to take ourselves to our lawnmower row. So we just need the 1 dumbbell again for this one. So get ourselves into position, stepping forward. So if we step forward with our right, we have our left arm with the weight. Up tall, hinge from the hips, and then draw that weight back. Well, up and back. Elbow up and then draw it round, opening the shoulder. breathing is relaxed, enjoying the movement, opening out the body, lengthen the neck and spine, so keeping that length, openness, and feeling when you're getting towards enough, you start to feel it's going to get a bit of a strain, and you just stop before it becomes a real tension and strain. Then switching to the other side, hinge from the hips, long spine and neck, and then the same movement. Really open the body out if you can. So turn that shoulder, draw that elbow up and open. Breathing stays gentle and relaxed. Just be aware if one side has any more feelings of tension or uncomfortableness than the other. Uncomfortableness, that would be discomfort. Okay, and last one for me there, and ease out of that. Okay, so I'm going to get a lighter weight because I'm going to do one weight for wood chop. I didn't use a weight the first time through, so you can choose whether you want to do it with or without a weight. So all we're doing from here is cross the body, and then we'll raise that knee up. So keeping that spine long, eye line looking straight ahead, gently breathing. And not too fast, ease out of that side there. Other side, same movement. Start without, and then raise the knee. So quite a bit of balancing required here. Really think as you balance, push up from the foot and think, make your body as long as you can, as tall as you can stand. So you're not scrunching your body up, you're opening your body. Chest bone is up and open. Last one there. And bring that down and putting that to the side. Okay. Last exercise in standing then, shoulder press. So we did it first time through both together. So we'll do that still the same. We're going to draw up and down. So a little softness in the knees, creating length in your spine, crown of the head drawn up, eye line looking straight ahead. Think of lifting those elbows up. Final one. And ease out of that there. Fantastic. Okay, grab a little drink if you want a drink at this stage. What we'll do is we'll set up to go down to the floor to do our floor exercises. So just getting yourself set up so you feel comfortable in your space. Making sure you feel you're ready to go. It's a good space for you. Just adjust that slightly. Okay. So we're going to start with a exercise in week one. We can bring our hands back behind us, get good position with our feet, knees bent, and all we're going to do from here is slightly lift the bottom up off the ground and then bring it back down. Now you can either have your hands facing back away or to the side, or you can bring them forward facing. I want you to feel what's good for your body, not putting too much pressure on your wrists. So we're just coming up and down. And we're going to bend the elbows slightly. Now we can rest each time, because that can be quite a lot of weight through the body. It's just a little lift and lower. So we're slightly bend the elbow and then lift. Not wanting to overdo this one, so just do a couple more and then we'll bring that down and relax that out. Okay, from there we're going to take ourselves down into a lying position. I just want to get a little towel for my head. You can choose if you want to do that. Need a little cushion or towel. And then on the ground, still having those feet quite close together, hands down by the side. We're going to just curl the pelvis under, tucking the tailbone in, and we're going to inch the spine up by pressing the feet into the ground, inch by inch, vertebra by vertebra. And we're going to bring ourselves up to our bridge position. Now this is where we often stop just before we get to the end. So we want to just do a little squeeze of the buttocks together and the knees, draw them together as well. Little pause and hold, and then slowly keeping the knees close together. Don't let the knees splay out. You're going to inch back down. So you can challenge yourself a little bit on this one. And then once you come down, repeating the same thing. Tucking under, inch by inch, keep the knees quite close, press the feet down to feel yourself draw up. And then you're going to hold, keep those knees close, draw the bottom, squeezing it in, draw the hips up, and then keeping the knees together as you inch back down. Slowly as you can, inch by inch until you come back down. We'll do one last time on this. Feel the hands in the ground, feel the feet, press the feet down so you can bring them a little closer if you need. We're going to press them in, tucking under, flattening the spine on the mat, then drawing the pelvis off the mat and then inching the spine up. Slowly as you can, keep the knees together, or keep them close together I should say. Gently squeezing the bottom. So there's a bit of intensity, but it feels supportive, it doesn't feel strain. Hold at the top for a few seconds and then slowly inch back down, rolling through the spine as much as you can. Bring yourself back down to where you started. Taking one knee in, you're just going to give it a little hug. Little bit of a stretch for a few seconds. And then bring that one down, bring the other one up and give it a little hug. And then ease out of that there. Okay, so from here we're going to go back to our first exercise. It's just a tricep dip. So again, we get ourselves set, we're up tall. We can bend the elbow slightly, we're going to bring it up and bend it down. So we're up and down. Now we didn't do a big movement here last time, we're not going too high, but if you wanted to challenge yourself, you can bring yourself a little more. But it is working the arms a bit more, so it might make them a bit sore if you're not used to it. So just watch not to overdo it. If you need a longer rest, have a longer rest between each one. And don't lift it too high if you feel that. Keeping the length in the spine. Now the full movement would be to bring it right up, but we don't need to go all the way there. So we can build towards that though. We're just lifting a little. Last two for me. And ease out of that there. Okay, take ourselves down. And then in this position for bridge again, so hands on the ground. And then the feet down, press the feet down. Keep the knees quite close, keep the feet quite close as we inch the pelvis and then the spine up off the mat. Nice fluid. Knees together, little pause and hold, and then rolling it back down. Keeping the breathing gentle. I'm just going to keep repeating that 2 or 3 times. Rolling up, keeping the knees drawn in, feeling the buttocks working. You want to create as much length from your bent knees to the crown of your head as you can. So really lengthening that body through the movement. Again, just watch out, the knees want to go away from the body. Keep drawing them in. We can have a bit of weakness in the glutes, so it's just working through that, particularly around the buttocks and the lower buttock area. Last one, draw up, keep the knees close, and then smoothly down and ease out of fat. Hugging one knee in and stretching that and hugging the other knee in. Okay, let's ease ourselves from that one there. Next one we're going to do, we're going to start in a similar position to the dips. We're not lifting our bottom this time though. So all we're going to do from here is we're going to lift our feet off the ground, keeping ourselves tall there. Now you can do it with your hands up, but it's often enough just to feel yourself in that position here. Now if that's too much to lift both feet, then what you can do is you can lift one up and alternate the other, up and down. But otherwise you're having both up, you keep your body tall, and we're working through the middle of our body, but we want to keep that spine really long. And then bring it down and relax. Give it a little rest, a little loosen through the hips. And we'll do one more time. We're lifting up, opening the body now. If that's too much, again, remember it's just up and down. If that's still too much, just raise one and then the other. So we're up, body's open, or if you feel you can, you lift up there as well. Just a little kind of isometric hold, so we're not moving the body too much. Then we're going to ease out of that, rolling down, take both knees in for a knee hug. Just to loosen off, then roll from side to side. And then bring yourself down from there. You're going to take your knees are bent, so it's still that position, hands out to the side. And we're going to do that knee sway. So we look one way as we draw the knees the other way. And then we bring them back up as we roll the neck the other way. Lovely stretching movement. And what we're going to do, just to increase it a little bit, is as we draw across, we're going to take the top knee up and bring it a little bit higher. So we're drawing the top knee up. Feet together, and then cross the other way, drawing that top knee up. Fluid, one side, and then the other. Cross the body. Just being very aligned with the body. Just go to the point where you feel is enough. Lovely stretch of the back on this, so great stretch for the spine. Final one. And then drawing up, and take yourself up by pulling yourself up with your knee to go back to the first one of those set of two. So again, get yourself in position, you're tall, and then you're raising your feet off the ground. Again, if it's too much, it's one and then the other. Keeping your body long so the spine is elongated. Or either if it's both together, you can just pause and hold for a few seconds, then relax, and then lift and hold. Then relax, final one, lift, hold, and relax out of that. Okay, last exercise before stretching is the knee sway second time through. So arms out to the side. If you prefer, you can do this one. You can put hands behind the head and do the same movement. Rolling that head, lifting that knee, and fluidly across the other way. So it's up to you. You can either have the hands behind the head, or you can have them by the side, in line with your shoulders. Again, you don't have to do that knee raise as well, but it's quite nice to stretch a little bit more through the glute area, the glutes being the buttocks. Last couple. and relax out of that. Okay, from this position here, we're going to just take one leg straight and then bring the other one up for that knee hug. So do another knee hug. Breathing in gently through the nose, keeping a lovely length through the body. And as you breathe out, just surrender, allow the body to relax and see if the stretch will deepen. And then ease down, switching to the other side. Now if you prefer on the stretch, you can keep your knee bent. If that feels more supportive to your lower back, just play around and see how that feels. Gently breathing in. Breathing into the back of the body is also very supportive in this movement. And then ease out of that there. Taking your elbows and then bring yourself up. Straight legs, hands behind, and then you're going to just lift the chest bone up, squeeze the shoulder blades together for a nice stretch across the chest. Breathing into the ribcage, expanding the lungs. As you breathe out, just feel if those shoulder blades will draw together. And then gently ease out of that. If you're comfortable enough, you can take yourself to a little cross-leg position. If that's too much, just have your legs out in front. And then from here, we're just going to do a little bit of a stretch of the neck. So we're just going to turn the head to the side and then drop the head back slightly. Now be very gentle with the stretch because these muscles are very tender, so don't overdo the stretch of the neck. So if you didn't quite catch that, just draw across and then tilt the head slightly back. Get a nice stretch down the side. And then bring yourself very slowly out of that side and go across the other way. Keep your shoulders relaxed as you do that. Nice length through the spine so we're not shortening at all. Keep the long body and then very easily ease out of that one there. Let's take the legs wider. I'm going to stretch that inner thigh because we've done quite a lot of work on the inner thigh today. So we're up tall, and if that's enough of a stretch, just hold that there. Otherwise you can lean forward to that position here. Now you can go to the feet if you want, but make sure you keep your spine long. You want to be really tall in the body as you stretch. Breathing in, gently pushing the sit bones down.